Hello everyone and welcome to WWER Talk. My name is Derek and we are just coming off an exciting weekend in the WWE. WrestleMania 30, which was arguably one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, full of shocks. It was an emotional roller coaster for anybody in the WWE universe. It definitely produced one of the most memorable moments of all time. One that'll be talked about for years and years and years. It'll definitely be in the history books of the WWE. And we just came off of Raw last night, the Fallout show for WrestleMania 30. The Raw after WrestleMania usually produces some good moments, maybe some surprise returns, some shocks. WWE's way of kickstarting the new WrestleMania year, which of course will be leading up to WrestleMania 31. We got to witness for something that nobody ever thought would actually happen, especially me, the streak ending. I was really shocked when this happened. I know that when the 3 count happened, I just stood up and just stared at the screen, and I felt like my heart was in my feet. Because I always thought that maybe one day the streak would end when The Undertaker was ready to hang up his boots, but I did not think it would be Brock Lesnar. I really thought it would be a up-and-coming young star that could actually use that to their advantage. Brock Lesnar is already pretty established, so I don't really know why they felt that he was the one that needed to break it, but it's kind of being said that The Undertaker is the one that chose for Brock Lesnar to break it, back in 2010 actually, but that got pushed back a few years. So I guess the plan all along was always for Lesnar to be the one to break the streak. But with that negative aspect of The Undertaker streak breaking, we did in fact get the Cesaro got the beginning of his push, I would assume, by winning the Battle Royal. That was a good moment. Shades of WrestleMania 3. So when Cesaro goes on to bigger and better things, which I'm hoping he will, we'll always look back at that moment at WrestleMania 30 when he slammed Big Show over the top rope as the start of his push. And we also finally, after 8 months, finally got Bryan's payoff. He's now the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and it was an awesome moment. I know that when Bryan started shedding some tears, it was pretty emotional. I do kind of wish they'd let Brie come out and celebrate with her, but she said that they wouldn't allow her to do that. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, it was an awesome moment nonetheless. And the fact that they literally kept throwing obstacle after obstacle at him during WrestleMania made it even better. He was actually getting wheeled out, and he still came back and won. So that was a really good moment. And so we are on to Monday Night Raw last night. It was, as everyone expected, an action-packed Raw. It was definitely one of the best Raws in a while. We got a lot of NXT promos, so we'll have a lot of NXT guys coming up. I was actually kind of hoping for Sami Zayn, but we'll see. He might come up later. But we do have, and speaking of NXT, we have a new Divas Champion. There's usually a title change the night after Raw, or something to that effect. Last year it was Ziggler, cashing in his Money in the Bank. We usually know that there's something to that effect. And we also got we didn't get any Undertaker, which I was kind of sad about, just because the Undertaker, I'm really hoping that WrestleMania wasn't the last time we're going to see him. I still think he deserves a send-off. Whether that's just him giving a speech or allowing the crowd to give him a standing ovation. He needs something better than what happened last night. or what happened at WrestleMania. It's the last time we ever see him. And speaking of the Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, when Paul Heyman was going off literally on everybody, that was probably single-handedly the greatest promo of all time. It has to be better than Punk's pipe bomb. Even though watching it, it really made me sick to my stomach, because I feel like the Undertaker deserves better than for that. But yeah, that promo by Paul Heyman was amazing. And speaking of Paul Heyman, Cesaro is the new Paul Heyman guy, which is good, because I really think that that's going to help him with his push that hopefully he'll be getting now. I was kind of hoping he'd be a face, which, I mean, he is kind of a face because the crowd cheers him. It's much like Ziggler. When Ziggler was heel, he got cheered, which I think is, that's better than a face, because then, when you're a bad guy and you get cheered, you're good. So we'll look for good things coming from Cesaro. And as far as the main attraction now, it seems, will be the Shield, who absolutely look badass. Their mask that they have on, the Ambrose has his hood pulled up. They've really evolved into a really, really sick group. So it looks like it's going to be the Shield and Bryan against the Authority. That'll probably be what we'll be getting for the next few months, which I'm all for. I think that the Shield as faces, I think that's amazing. Versus Batista and Randy Orton and Triple H and Kane. Wonder if they'll add some more people to the Authority. But I think that's really good story, and I can't wait for Extreme Rules and whatever comes to follow. I think that this post WrestleMania Raw was the kickoff of WWE. It's going to be a good year leading up to WrestleMania 31. As long as they don't take the titles from Bryan and just throw them on Batista and just call it a day, I think that we're in store for some good things to come in the WWE, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I think every WWE fan should be looking forward to it also.